up today, we have Perplexity. So you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so Perplexity AI is a little bit different than other kind of AI bots or digital assistants you might have heard of before. It's not ChatGPT or Claude. It's really focused on being a research tool. And that's a little different than ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT has actually been known to make up information and complete a story if it doesn't have the answer. Perplexity is very research based. And actually, one of the things that I'm most excited about it is it actually provides real sources to the information it gives you back.
Can you tell us a little bit about what are some best practices that you found using it, and are there any downsides?
Yeah. So I would say the positives of using it, especially for marketers, is the research. I used it for two use cases in the past week that were really relevant to some work that I'm doing on some other projects. One was I was trying to find some compelling stories in history where women really stood out and were bold. And so I actually used a pretty simple prompt, almost like a Google search, to say, me 10 women who stood out in their time periods for being bold. And what was really fascinating about the results was before it gave me the result, it actually asked for more details. It wanted to know a little bit more specifically what I was looking for. It shot it out in maybe 30 seconds, and I had what I needed for the story. The other one that was really helpful was when I was looking for industry trends for right now. So what are like the top 10 trends in my industry related to such topic? And again, it asked for more detail and it sourced everything. So I could not only make sure that it was a reliable source, but also dive in deeper to get some context to where it was pulling from.
I'm curious, what are you thinking about using it next for?
One of the things you can do right when you open it up is select your focus. And that can actually be for academic focus, for writing, and you can actually scan Reddit. And so if you're thinking about understanding your
That's cool.
buyers and what they're actually talking about, really leaning into that dark social, that's a great way to pull up buyer behavior and hear what they're actually saying about your products or maybe what they're saying or experiencing in the industry. I think that's what I'm most excited about. One other area that I would highlight is you can scan YouTube. And I don't even know how you would do that. So I think that could be really helpful when you're trying to find information that isn't transcribed, which a lot of YouTube isn't transcribed right now or isn't available for us to access it. So those are the two things that I would look for.
I think at some point we're going to have an all-in-one tool, but almost taking those results that you get in Perplexity and loading them into your ChatGPT or Claude or whatever you're using might be the next step then in terms of finishing up your project.
So overall, I would say it's a pretty good tool. I paid for it and I would give it an 8 out of 10. Definitely recommend it for people to use for that use case.
High marks. I haven't paid for it and I still find it pretty valuable. So I'll be curious to see what the difference is in terms of the paid versus the free. Thanks for taking a look into that one, Ken.